What's up, folks? I'm Dwayne,
I'm Alicia.
and this is Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games that are out there.
Waiting to be played by you and yours.
I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate ya.
Hey, everybody!
Today, we want to give you a heads up about a game that's coming to Kickstarter soon. That game is Deep Dive.
Deep Dive is designed by Molly Johnson, Robert Melvin, and Sean Stankiewicz, and published by Flat Out Games.
Let's go to the table for an overview of how this game is played.
Deep Dive is a push your luck set collection game for 1 to 6 players, where the players are taking their little waddle of penguins and diving deep into the ocean in search of food. To set up the game, we will first take all the ocean tiles and place them face down onto the table, and then separate them into their 5 different depth types. And those depth types can be shown by the different colors of the tiles, as well as the number of pips that's on the back of the tiles. Once we've done that, we will remove a certain number of ocean tiles from each depth based on the number of players. Now, in a 4 to 6 player game, we would include these extra tiles right here. They got this plus sign in the upper right hand corner. But this is a setup for a 3-player game, so we're not going to be using those. Then we're going to separate each depth to represent the ocean from shallow to the deepest. So you see the lighter color blue up at the top all the way to the darkest blue. Then each player is going to get 3 penguins of their chosen color. Then we're going to randomly choose a first player, and they're going to get this first player token, and then we can start the game. The object of the game is for each player to take their penguins and dive deep into the ocean, starting at the shallow end. And what they're trying to do is to collect food and form sets in order to score the most victory points. So on a player's turn, they're going to take their penguin and they're going to place it on one of these tiles and reveal it. And based on what that tile is, they have the option to either leave it there and push their luck and go down to the next depth, or they could take that tile. So let's say this penguin goes to this tile and we reveal it, and it is an open water tile. So if a player reveals that tile, they must go to the next depth. So let's say this penguin instead decided to go here, and they got a rock. So they have the option of leaving that rock there and going to the next depth, or they could take that rock, because on a future turn, when they start their dive, usually, like I said, you got to start at the shallow end, but you could discard that rock, removing it from the game, and you could place your penguin on any depth. So let's say he decided not to do that. Let's say he went here. So that's some food, and that food's going to be worth 2 points. So that player has the option of taking that food, or they can push their luck and decide to go down to a deeper depth in order to find some food that got some more points. So let's say they go down here, they reveal this, they got this, and they say, okay, you know what? I'm going to end my turn and take this tile and place it in front of me. When you collect some food from the ocean, you're going to place it in front of you. And what you're trying to do is create a set, a row of the 3. So a set consists of 3 different colors. So there's pink, green, and yellow. So let's say later on, you have this. Now the types don't matter. So I could put these fish in here with these crabs. So now, at the end of the game, this is going to score me the full amount of points. So that's going to score me 11 points. But let's say I wasn't able to get this one at the end of the game, then this will score me 6 points round and cut in half, rounded down. So this will only score me 3 points. Let's say the next player decides that they're going to start their dive. Now they can actually go place their penguin on that food and just take it, and put it in front of them trying to build up their sets. But they decide that they want to go here. So they decide to go here, and they reveal a predator. Now, whenever you reveal a predator, your turn ends immediately, because now that penguin is trapped by that predator. So on a future turn, the cool thing about that is on a future turn, this player, he decides to start his dive, he can actually bypass this depth and go to another depth, because that pretty much represents that this penguin is keeping this predator occupied. So he decides to go down here, and he reveals a predator. So now that penguin is trapped. So let's say he had the unfortunate luck of placing his penguin here and revealing that predator. So now all his penguins are trapped. So he is forced to retreat. So he would gather up all his penguins, including the one he just placed. But there's a consolation prize. When they leave, that player can take any face-up food or rock that's in that same depth that he was trapped in. So he decides he's going to take this one and place it in front of him. And pretty much that's how the game will go. Each player taking their turn, placing their penguins on the tiles, and pushing their luck, trying to get, higher scoring food until all the tiles in a specific depth is face up. So if you can see this depth, all the tiles are face up. And that will trigger the end of the game. And then we will make sure everyone has an equal amount of turns. And then when it gets back to the first player, he would take his first player token and flip it over to the other side. And that's last dive. And then everybody's going to take one more turn. And when the end game is triggered, all the players can bypass that depth that got all the face-up tiles. So they can jump from here to here. And then once everybody has taken their last turn, we will score up all the points. Let's say this was the food that I was able to get into the game. So this row will score me 11 points. This row will score me 16 points. This row, I didn't get it green, so this will score me those total points rounded down. So this will only give me 5 points. And this one will only get me 5 points cut in half rounded down. So that's going to only give me 2 points. And then once everyone has counted up all their points, whoever has the most points will be the winner of Deep Dive. Now, there's a couple of things that I learned while playing this game.
Really?
From playing this game, rather. One, I didn't know that a group of penguins was called a waddle.
You know what? I didn't either.
And I looked it up, and I was like, there's a couple other names for them. They call them a waddle of penguins, a colony of penguins, a huddle of penguins, a raft of penguins, and a tuxedo of penguins.
Wow, nah, I didn't know that at all.
And I was like, oh, okay. And another thing I learned was, because I was wondering about the rocks. And I didn't know that penguins swallow rocks in order to dive deeper.
Oh, wow. So it makes them heavier.
Yeah.
And it lets them go deeper to a greater depth in the water.
Yeah. And I was like learning stuff. And I like it when a game teaches you something that you didn't know. I love when a game that makes you like, man, I learned that today.
Wow, that is interesting.
So with that said, what did you think about the theme of this game?
Well, I mean, given some of the things you just said, it's a little bit more thematic than I thought it was.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. I was like, I like learning this stuff, because I started to when I wanted to do the overview of the game, I started, because I watch a lot of the Planet Earth, so I was thinking about using my Planet Earth voice. Watch the penguin walk as it goes, Well,
I think the game is, I think the theme is cute, and considering that we're still in winter, I think it's very appropriate.
Well, there's one more thing I learned.
What?
That, penguins give a potential mate or something they got the hots for. They give them a nice smooth rock. So, just so you know, next Valentine's Day. Like,
Oh, really? It better be real smooth.
anyway, I really did like the theme of this game.
Yeah, the theme is cute.
So, what did you think about the components?
Okay. So, I like the tiles. They're good quality. They're sturdy, and of course, I like the art on the tiles. But those penguins, y'all that got my color purple.
Yeah, I love those little penguins. I like the fact that the penguins are different. They still serve the same. There's no special ability, but I like the fact that you got the one penguin that's like in full swim, and then you got the one that's in a full standing up position. So I like that.
Yes. And I like the color variety.
Yeah,
of the
I do
penguins.
like that.
Yes.
So what do you think about the mechanics of this game?
Okay, so generally, I'm not a fan of Push Your Luck. I do love set collection, but this game is so cute.
Yeah.
You know what? That I like it.
I mean, and I like the fact that, you pushing your luck, but they have consolation prizes.
Yes.
So, like, if you send a penguin down and it gets trapped by a predator, your next penguin, you can bypass that depth. That's another thing I learned, how to say depth properly.
Yes. Yes, y'all. He was practicing. Well, yes, I do like that. I like that even though you push your luck, you're not out.
Yeah. Yeah, and then if all your penguins get captured, and it's like when they encounter a predator, they're not like dead or nothing. They are keeping the predator busy to help the rest of the folks. Now, I heard that they do that in real life, too.
Oh, really?
They do send a penguin. A penguin goes out like, look, I'll keep him busy while you go get that fish. I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty cool.
That is cool.
Now, what do you think about the teach?
Okay. This game, I say it all the time, but honestly, this game is super easy to teach and learn. And honestly, this is a game that I probably would play with kids.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is a family game.
Yes.
And what I like about, because I know we've only played it 2-player. And when you saw it goes to 6-player, you were like, I don't know if I'll play it. But I could see playing this with some kids in school.
See, yeah, I can see playing with my students. But as a rule, I'm not a person who wants to play. Unless it's a party game, I don't want to play with 6 people. Like 4, yeah, but 6 is a lot.
Yeah, well, I can do that. I want to play it with 6. Because I think that would be fun. Everybody sitting up there, like in, what's another Push Your Luck I like? Quacks of Quedlinburg or Cubitos. You're like, egging the people on, or Ready, Set, Bet. Same thing. I really like the Push Your Luck aspect. Because like you said, you're not out. So overall, what did you think about Deep Dive?
Deep Dive is a family weight, light, fun game. I definitely think this is something my students could play and enjoy.
Yeah, I really did. This is a really great game, easy to set up. Though, I think the hardest part is just shuffling through those tiles and taking out a number based on the number of players or whatever. But other than that...
And unlike some other games, it's easy to win.
Wow. Well, that depends on how your luck goes.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, but yeah.
You don't have to be super strategic, though.
Yeah, you just got to be lucky.
Lucky.
So, yeah, Deep Dive, I really enjoy it. I can definitely see playing with this with the grandkids.
Yes, this
will be really fun.
Yes, this is a fun game.
Yeah, so definitely go to Kickstarter. This game is coming out with Point City. And I'm going to put a link in the description below so you can check out our video for Point City, which is another one we really love. And, definitely check both of these games out, coming out on Kickstarter really soon. If you like the contents of this video, feel free to hit the like button. Subscribe.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And like I said, I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
This has been Blackboard Gaming.
We will see you next time.